24 hours I haven't slept, 23 reasons.
As you can see, I am horse sitting and dog sitting and house sitting, so I've been working at getting this book read, and it's a tiny little book and it's taken forever to read, but here we go. So the book that I decided to read was The Karma Chronicles, Part 1 by Pepper Carlson, and it's about a girl. Well, it's about twins, one of which survives, one of which does not, as they're born. And the one that doesn't survive pairs up with 4 archangels that help to protect this girl, this other twin, as she grows up through her life. And her life is just absolute hell. It's awful. And the explanation they have for that is that in her past lives, they built up a karmic debt and she has to repay it. The concept of karma, I really like that idea. The concept of karma through the ages, I don't know if I like it, because it then takes away all the blame for your own decisions. So like, if you have not the greatest life growing up, you can say, well, that's because this person in my past did bad things, so I'm paying for them. And you're not actually taking ownership of your own choices. But at the same time, in the book, the angels are trying to tell her to take responsibility of her own choices while she's paying the debt for somebody else. I like the concept. I like the idea of angels watching over you. They weren't actually able to interact with the individual, but they were able to channel energies and stuff around her to protect her, which I thought was a good idea. It was written kind of chaotically. I didn't know what kind of book I'd gotten into until I really started reading it. I don't know why, because there's 2 other parts to the Chronicles, and I don't know why, because if they're all this big, why can't it all be in one book? That got to be, a bit frustrating. I mean, it was nice to get an early book done so I can get all my reading done, but I don't understand why it can't be all in one book. The writing was a little bit choppy, especially once I found out that she teaches writing, I think. Oh, no, sorry. She's a hypnotherapist and personal empowerment coach. Okay, well, then that makes sense. But I think I like the book. I'm not entirely decided if I do, and it may be just because I read it while I was very distracted. But I think there was a message in here that I was supposed to get, and I understand that we're allowed to believe in our own selves, and we're allowed to believe that we can be joyful, and that's a good thing to be, and that we're worth being joyful about. But a lot of it was lost in the jargon. But all in all, I really enjoyed the book, I think. I liked having a quick read. It was actually distracting me from the movie I was watching at the same time, so that's the sound of a good book. But yeah, The Karma Chronicles, Part 1, I think I like. You guys that are into spirituality and that kind of thing, you religious folks, I'm sure you're going to enjoy this book because it's written really well that way. But yeah, I think I like it. Anyway, I guess the camera likes to have it better here instead of outside, because I got my whole book review without the camera shutting off. So yay. But I will let you guys know when I have another book read. Thanks very much, guys.